Hi there, this is Roach, and I'd like to say a few words about what is being referred to as the Great Awakening. Now we're outside again, nice day, there might be some wind, I've tucked the microphone inside, hopefully we don't get too disturbance, apologies if we do. It's either that or being stuck in a concrete box, so hopefully it's okay. So the Great Awakening. The word awakening means a lot of different things to different people. Some, of course, they wake up in the morning and I'm awake. That's the end of it. That's as far as the word goes. But at the moment, a lot are talking about the Great Awakening as in an awakening of knowledge, of understanding. Becoming aware of, let's say, what's been going on in society and behind the scenes for a very, very long time. And they refer to themselves as being awake, as waking up. The Great Awakening is society, they say, the majority of, if not everybody, waking up to the knowledge of what's really been going on. And I've touched on that in my previous couple of videos. But that, to me, is still playing at it. That's not being awake. If we liken this place to being a dream, when asleep in bed, and you're in your dream, and you dream some scenario, and then someone comes up to you in your dream and tells you what just happened, those people lied to you. It didn't really happen like that. And you go, oh my God, wow. It's like, I thought the bird rustled the leaf. It's like I'm awake. I'm awake to this knowledge that I've been lied to, and now I know the truth. But you're still asleep in the dream. Still asleep. Nothing's changed really. But now you just know a little bit more about the dream. That to me is not being awake. That's just understanding more about the dream. Awake to the lies, yeah, but not awake, not a great awakening. In that sense, the great in Great Awakening applies because lots of people are seeing the same knowledge at the same time, but no one's awake in that. Everyone's still asleep. In the dream scenario, still dreaming. They just think they understand what's happening in the dream a bit better, but they don't know they're dreaming. So to me, this is the other side of what's referred to as a Great Awakening, the spiritual aspect. And the spiritual aspect means the individual goes within their own being, within their own consciousness. Which, as you do this, you come to find it is the one consciousness behind everything that happens. Because it really is like a dream. The Eastern word Maya, illusion, projection. It's holographic. It's just information within consciousness. In that sense, nothing's really happening at all. And what does happen is your own experience within the one consciousness, I'll say sending out information, but reflecting back to you what you need to experience in any given moment. This is yourself. The physical environment, the whole world, the whole universe, which actually is only at any moment what you can see and experience, the rest is just your imagination. The whole universe is yourself. And the true Great Awakening, the 5D consciousness which we're moving into, the raising in the vibration, is to realize yourself. It's not to realize that rich person lied to you. It's to realize they are part of yourself. You, at a much deeper level, like when you're dreaming, you don't choose your dream, but it happens within you, created by you, for you, nonetheless. But you don't choose it. If you have a nightmare in your bed when asleep, you don't choose to have a nightmare. You're not to blame for it, but it's still you. So this is the same. When anything happens in your life, in your experience, it is you, yourself, because you are consciousness. You are the one being, the one consciousness, creating everything you ever experience. So in that case, the Great Awakening, either for the individual or for many, is a spiritual awakening where they realize, oh my God, this is all me. This is all myself. This is all my reflection. I'm responsible for everything that ever happens. Not on a conscious level, like when I sleep in bed dreaming. But on one level, on a very deep level, this is all myself reflected back. And as you come to know this, you come to know the rules, how to make changes in the physical environment. And my next video will be about raising your vibration. But the Great Awakening to me, therefore, is not this learning about what's going on. It's good to do that because that broadens your perspective. We can get very fixed in our, narrow in our view. This is how things work, and a little box, little ideas, that does that, that does that, that does that, that does that. It's all very neat. So being interested in the alternative narratives, the conspiracies, one's mind goes, wow, well that's quite amazing. I didn't know that. So your mind opens up to other possibilities, and that's fantastic. The problem comes, of course, if you latch onto it, hang on to it, and make that your reality, because that's still being trapped in the 3D dream scenario. Whereas what we want to do is to pull back and go within, seeing everything is just a spiritual play of energy playing out. And I am the one being, the one consciousness, experiencing everything that occurs as myself, within myself. And everything in that is absolutely right, absolutely perfect. And for the purpose of these videos, all my videos actually, but the Awakening, Ascension, 5D business is relatively new. All my videos are about helping people to realize their true nature, the true consciousness, the true self. Because while you believe you're still a little mind in a physical body, in a physical world, then that's how you'll interact with the environment, and that's how you'll experience it. Some people believe they're a spiritual being in a physical world, but that's still not true, because the world is not really physical. The world is energetic, and any scientist will tell you that. The atoms are mostly empty space, neutrons, electrons, and take them apart and there's nothing in them either, and quantum physics where what you look at will affect what the material substance does. So this is all reflected in science. But the physical environment is not really physical. It's energetic, as science says, but it's spiritual in nature. And your spirit and there's one spirit, one consciousness. And self-realization, God-realization, being awake truly, is to realize you are this. And there is no other. There is no other. There's only you. When I say you, I'm not talking to the person, the physical person, because that's the whole point. I'm talking to you, the consciousness, the one that's listening and is watching. That little space inside that's watching is it. That's the Great Awakening. That's the move into 5D consciousness, realizing your true nature, your true being, that you are the one. Because if you don't do that, you're not awake at all. You just think you are. And you've missed the entire point. Which is absolutely fine, because as consciousness having a dream, there's no wrong or bad dream, not really. It dreams what it needs to dream in that time and space. So you do exactly what you need to do, not that you've got a choice in it, and everything is perfect. It'll all work out, no, don't worry. But if you want to be awake, and if you want to move into the 5D consciousness it talks about, then you need to wake up to your true nature, not just stuff that's been going on in society, but your true nature. Thank you.